I know I said I would never talk about this again, but I'm talking about this again. I'm so sorry. It's to the point where I don't even want to hear about the situation anymore, so I could 110% say, for sure this time, I'm probably never talking about this ever again. I said that last time, but I truly mean it this time, because I think this is 110% the closure we all needed in terms of the situation with Anthony Starr voicing Homelander in Mortal Kombat 1. You feel me? So this is it. This is it. This is it. What's up? It's Dynasty back again with another Mortal Kombat 1 MK1 video, because a couple days ago, new development in the Anthony Starr situation. So Anthony Starr, who is the voice of Homelander, or rather plays Homelander in The Boys, who is, you know, part of the Combat Pack DLC. A lot of bullshit going on in case you've been living underneath a rock. There's some guy named Chris Cox who appears to be doing Anthony Starr's voice in MK1. Anthony Starr won't be doing the voice acting work. We've covered it on the channel for like 3 months now. Catch up. But recent development is that a couple of days ago, Anthony Starr was at a panel, some type of panel, don't know what event it was for, and somebody asked the $1 million question. They asked Anthony Starr himself, live on air, on the panel, about the situation. They said, yo man, are you gonna be voicing Homelander in Mortal Kombat 1? His foot was to the fire. On the spot he was asked, and the response we got was hilarious, because he looks extremely annoyed. He no-sells the question and promotes his actual voice acting work in another video game, Call of Duty, from this summer. Safe to say he's salty and upset about this entire situation, just like you and me watching this and creating this video right here. And a change of events, the next day, after seemingly being super salty about being asked this question, or at least smugly answering it, he mentions that he was open to working and doing the voice acting work in Mortal Kombat 1, which leads us to finally confirm that Warner Brothers did not want him to do the voice work for the character. They got the likeness of his face, but they personally would not want to pay him, and they just paid some other dude to replicate his voice like they did back in Mortal Kombat 11 for the Arnold when he was a DLC character. We got Rambo. So, again, drop a like, because I'm turning my brain into mush talking about this. I can't believe I made like 5 videos on this in 2 months, but you guys care about this shit far more than I do, and I'm doing a service here, so drop a like for me ruining my brain to keep you guys up to date with everything Anthony Starr. Anthony. I'll say his name right for you. So, without further ado, let me play for you the footage of this event where he was answering this question if he would be doing the voice acting work, and honestly, the response is gold. It's hilarious. Let me play this beautiful footage for you guys next.
Hey, have you seen Call of Duty? I voice Call of Duty, so go play that.
I love his homie's response to this. He's like, ooh.
Hey, have you seen Call of Duty? I voice Call of Duty, so go play that.
So this was the talk of the town a couple of days ago, because again, from the horse's mouth himself, not through a reply on Twitter, a reply on Instagram, from Anthony Starr himself saying, yo, go play Call of Duty. Essentially saying, fuck Mortal Kombat 1. Fuck the whole situation. And I don't blame him, because you got people like me talking about this. You got big accounts on, you know, social media covering this shit. It's probably tiresome to, you know, constantly hear the same question over and over again. Are you voicing Homelander in Mortal Kombat 1? Especially when it's like your face is going to be part of the game, but it's not your voice. It's probably super annoying. I can imagine what he feels like, especially if they didn't even try to contact him or they lowballed him with an offer. We don't know entirely, you know, the whole situation details, but we've been thinking that, I say we, the community's pretty much been assuming that he either got lowballed or they just said, fuck it, let's just use Chris Cox to save the money, because WB is all about this big old green money. And why would they pay somebody who's trending right now in pop culture like Anthony Starr to do the voice acting work when they just have somebody do his likeness? So, bittersweet. And I was going to cover this the day it happened, and glad I didn't, because the next day, the next day, he was asked the same question on Instagram. We got this response right here. On his official Instagram account, somebody said he's not voicing Homelander in Mortal Kombat 1. It's crazy. The response was, I was open to it. Sad face emoji. He was open to it. So it's not from his side saying no. It's from WB's side saying no. So there you go. Now, this took place a couple of days ago, and since then, there's been no updates in regard to the situation. It's safe to say that it's not happening officially at this point. With the verbal response we got at that panel of him saying he was open to it, at least we now know it's not his fault. It's not his fault. He wanted to do it. He was open to doing it, but it didn't happen. Some people were saying it's not WB's fault. They're like, maybe the schedules just didn't work out. And to that I say, if you have Jean-Claude Van Damme able to do the voice acting lines via a Zoom call, and all it is 10 minutes of voice acting work, how can you not make 10 minutes to do that? I don't think it's an Anthony Starr issue. People are just like, it's the scheduling. He's a very busy person. Dude, if you wanted to do something, you'd do it. If you had the ability to, and again, with him saying he was open to doing it, which is the first time it's seemed in a while that he was actually wanting to do it and not just like, you know, on the fence about it, makes me feel like WB just pulled the rug under him and they were like, well, he doesn't own the rights to the character or the likeness. We'll save some money. And it's unfortunate because, again, shit like this is going to happen when you play the role of a character that you really don't own. He does not own Homelander, so anybody could really use his face and just have the voice acting work be done by Chris Cox or another guy who can sound like Anthony Starr's Homelander. So we've seen it happen back in Mortal Kombat 11. It happened again with Mortal Kombat 1. Safe to say in the future, if there are some more guest characters, it'll probably not be the actual voice actors. We've seen it in 2 games in a row. Mortal Kombat, what, 13? MK2, if they call it that. We'll probably have the same situation for another big name guest character. So if anything, just makes me appreciate the likes of like a John Cena. You know what I mean? Coming in, doing his lines, making it work. A Jean-Claude Van Damme. It's a shame. It really is a shame. So I'm sure the studio wanted to have the actual actor doing the voice acting work, but I doubt it's their fault. Again, WB just probably wanted to save some money, and they figured they'd have to pay him an arm and a leg because he did a gig with Call of Duty. He probably got paid a lot of money, and they just did not want to pay out for the character when he himself doesn't own the character. It makes perfect sense from a business standpoint. Am I saying I agree with it from a fan perspective? I don't, but I get why they do it. It sucks. It's unfortunate, but this is it. I'm not talking about it again. WB's already been responsible for ruining my whole hype for Ash Williams in Mortal Kombat. Like, they fucked that one up. It's never going to happen. And to be this close, dude, that's the one that really broke my heart at this point. I'm not surprised by any of this. I'm not surprised at all, but I know some of you guys are diehard Boys fans, Homelander fans, and you want to have Anthony Starr doing the voice acting work. Don't worry. I'm sure the guy, Chris Cox, doing the vocals will nail it and knock it out the park. But for us diehards who know the ins and outs and things of that sort, it might be slightly obvious, but for most people, they won't even tell the difference, and he'll still get credit for it because, again, his face is in the game. So it is what it is, and I just never want to talk about this again. And hopefully you guys can understand why I don't, because it's tiresome to just repeat the same information with small updates and not know the actual facts. So maybe in the future we can get some confirmation on what exactly went wrong. But until then, pure speculation. You feel me? So anyways, guys, there's your quick and final update in regards to Homelander. He's dropping sometime next year, I believe, spring of next year. So see how bad the voice acting is with this Chris Cox guy who appears to be the voice actor they're using, but he knocked it out the park with Rambo, so hey, can't be that bad. Anyways, what do y'all think of this? If you enjoyed the video, take a second, triple like out, and of course, subscribe for more MK content like this on the channel. Until next time, been your host, Man Dynasty. You guys, please take care, stay safe. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Yeah. Hey, stepping on it, crack, but I'm not superstitious.